Hello, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday to everyone. Come on in, beloveds. Come on in. Come on in, beloveds. Ah, happy Tuesday. How are you doing? I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all had a great weekend. Okay. So, I wanted to review this video with you all. And let me know if the sounds from outside are too much because I have the patio open right now. And of course, all the traffic is bustling outside. So let me know if the sound from outside, from the street, is too much. And if it is, I will close the patio door. But yeah. Okay, Donna. Hey, boo. Miss Anonymous. Adele. Yes, my darling. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Tim Lee, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah. So come on in, everyone. Yeah, things just pop up on my um things pop up for me on YouTube all the time. And sometimes I ignore it, but this one I thought was interesting. This one I thought was interesting. Yeah, this is a video and sis said that, this man was doing work on her. Sis said this man was doing work on her boyfriend. Okay, so we're gonna get into this video because I'm curious as to what happened, right? I'm curious as to what happened, but not only that, but I just want to review this with you all. Sometimes people don't know if it is actual work. Sometimes they do. But yeah, I just want to review this with y'all. I want to review this with you all. So let me I'm about to bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up for us to watch together. Okay? So come on in, come on in. Dimples, wimples, hey the real Toshi. No ma'am, no ma'am. Mm-mm. Okay, so let me bring this in. We're gonna get right into it. Let me bring this in so we can view this together. Okay, so we can view this together. So, hey Isis. So yeah, sis said the name of this video is my boyfriend was working roots slash voodoo on me. Oh, she got a part two. She has a part two. Okay. She has a part two as well. So yeah, let's watch this together because I'm curious. A lot of people say that, people are working magic on them. Sometimes you just have bad luck. Okay. And sometimes people, don't have control over their life or they're doing stupid things that, causes a reaction in their life. So yeah, let's get into it. Hello, someone's grandmother. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. So let's see. Now, Donna, we're not gonna get into that. I mean, we will get into it, but yeah, because voodoo and roots are two different things. Voodoo and roots are two different things. Sometimes people, again, a lot of times people think that magic is just one big magic. It's not. There are various paths, right? Each with their own names, nomenclature, how they talk and discuss about things. Right. So, we're not going to go there yet, Donna. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. My bad, y'all. So that wasn't even me. The fire alarm was going off in my building and it was very loud, false alarm. Thank goodness. So I'm back here with you all. I'm back here with you all. The fire, no, it was for the building. It was for the building. They are doing lots of like fire alarm testing and stuff in my building. So I'm okay. Thank you all, my darlings, for being here. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. Y'all still here? Listen, listen, listen. Like, I know you laughing, but baby, they be doing some things here. They be doing some things here in this building. They be doing some things. I told y'all about, when my mom was here, about the lady who lives in the building across from me and how she hangs her panties outside on the patio to dry. Baby, for this to be Silicon Valley, and for Silicon Valley to be as expensive as it is, baby, people be doing stuff around here. Okay? People be doing stuff around here. But yeah, so I'm back. Thank you all so much for worrying about me for a couple of minutes. We had to go check and see if there was an actual like fire. Was the fire truck here? Were like the exit doors, the fire doors, So, but I'm good. I'm here. We back. We here together. Okay. Listen, I don't know if they can cook or not. I don't know if they can cook or not. I ain't never been in a house. I don't want to. Okay. I don't want to because some of the stuff I see, mm, mm, some of the stuff I see, right? But yeah, no, I'm okay. Let's get right into this. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I muted it so you all wouldn't be hearing the fire alarm for the building. So that's what it was. Like I said, we had to check. We were putting on our shoes in case we had to flee, but it went off. So thank y'all so much for checking. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so let's get into this. So this is sis. We gonna see what she got to say. We gonna see. And now I'm hearing fire trucks coming from there. There's a fire station probably about 4 blocks from this building, and I kind of hear it right now, but I don't hear it coming this way. But no, someone probably pulled the fire alarm. I don't know if they pay rent or not. I don't know. But baby, just because you ain't pay rent, don't mean you gotta send all of us outside by pulling the fire alarm. Okay. But yeah, let's get into this.
Experiencing all type of smells, just oh my gosh. And then when I really knew it was real is when I seen a guy in my mirror. Hey you guys, it's Letting here coming to do a story time with you guys about how my boyfriend was working roots on me and how I found out. So I don't know what everybody believes in, but this is what I experienced. So I hope you guys sit tight and listen. So I'll just jump right in. I had this guy that liked me for a while.
Okay, did y'all catch that? Okay, this is the quick recap. She says, before I started dating this guy, I had a girlfriend I was on and off with. After he and I ended, I went back to my girlfriend. She said her conversation is everywhere, but bear with me. Okay, so that's what she said, just in case anyone couldn't read it. Okay, let's get on into it.
He really put in the work to try to get with me, just dates. I made him wait. Um, Ever since I had met him, I just started sleeping with him every night, but I wouldn't have sex with him. I wanted him to wait because I really liked him.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm not here to, yes, she did. She did say light. We're here for the sense and sensibility. We are here for the story time to see if she, yeah. Okay. So listen, everyone does what they want to do. I am not the relationship police, but you just met him and you sleeping in the bed with him. You're sleeping with him. Not sexually, but still sleeping in the bed with someone is intimate. Okay, I don't sleep in the bed with anyone except for my husband. If my mother comes, which she did, she's in the guest bedroom. Okay. I had pets and I wouldn't even let the pets in the bed. Sleeping with someone, because when you are sleeping, you are vulnerable. Sleeping with someone is an intimate act. Everything that's sexual, everything that's intimate is not sexual. Okay, let's don't do that. Don't do that. Um, Erica J, don't do that. So she just, yeah, sleeping in a bed with someone, that's very intimate. Okay, that's very intimate. Let's continue listening.
So, as the relationship progressed, I started finding out a lot of things about him, cheating, just all type of just different stuff, lying. That's what really did it. In the
Okay, so as the relationship progressed, cheating and lying, and you're still dealing with this person. Let's continue.
beginning, it wasn't nothing that I wanted for, nothing that, he wouldn't get for me. And he just would spoil me, and not just spoiling me, him making me laugh all the time. He was hilarious, very funny.
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
Didn't
hold on,
have any
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You said that as the relationship progressed, he's lying and he's cheating, but you're still dealing with him and you like laughing at his jokes and shit. Ain't no kiki key. Ain't no kiki key. No, yeah, yeah. Me thinks you might be right. I mean, we're literally like a couple minutes in, but me thinks you might be right. Me thinks you might be right, but we're gonna continue. But baby, the red flags, the red flags are they are waving in the wind. So the spoiling and the making you laugh is is grounds to stay with someone that doesn't respect you enough to tell you the truth and that cheats on you. This is listen. I just hope in the future, like, and this isn't for everyone. This is not for everyone. This is not for everyone that's younger than me. I'm not that old. I'm only 41. But listen, let me tell you all a quick story about how some of us my age and older think that we're doomed in our coming old age. Okay, so look, quick story. Me and Mr. Hoodoo, we went to Orange County last week. This past Saturday, we drove back to Silicon Valley. So we stopped at there was a gas station truck stop that we stopped at for gas to use the bathroom and get some snacks. This particular location had a Cinnabon, right? So Mr. Hoodoo wanted to buy some Cinnabons. So he goes over to the Cinnabon area. I'm standing there waiting for him. And he picked up a box of Cinnabons. They're stacked up, in the area. He saw the Cinnabon associate. She takes out 4 freshly baked Cinnabons and they had pecans on them. So he puts the box he picked up down and he was just like, "Oh, hey, those are just coming out the oven. Can I have those? Can you put them in a box for me?" Now, Cinnabon, they're big. They usually come 4 in a box. He saw the 4 come out of the oven, right? So we still have four. He said, "Yeah." I'd like those. They're fresh out of the oven. Can, I'll take those. She was like, oh, I have to package them one by one. And he was looking at her with confusion because they're four in a box. He was like, she was like, oh, um, I have to charge you in a different way for these four Cinnabons. He was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'll pay, whatever it is for the fresh Cinnabons with pecans on them that just came out of the oven. He was like, yeah, just put them in a box for me. Remember, it's four Cinnabon in a box. She was like, oh no, I can't do that. He was just like, why? And she said, because I have to charge you differently for them. He said again, okay, that's fine. Whatever you have to charge for them, charge it, but just put all four of them in one box so I can take the box and go. She was standing there like he was speaking Russian. Um, we were confusion. We were confusion. So an associate or a manager or someone with more, I guess, power or rank than her came over there, and he was like, oh, what's the issue? Babe was like, she just took those out of the oven. They came out of the oven, they had nuts on them. I would like to buy those, and I just want her to put all four of them into a box. So the guy tells her, okay, put four of them into a box. She said, I can't put them in a box. I have to charge separately. He was just like, okay, but that's fine. He said he'll pay for them, but just put them into the box. And she was like, but I can't put them into the box. Babe was just like, you know what, you know what, you know what? That's fine. It's okay. I don't want them anymore. And like we left. So yeah. So babe didn't care because they had nuts on them. She had to charge him differently or whatever. Cinnabons are packed four in a box. There were four Cinnabons that came out of the oven. He didn't care what the price was going to be. He just wanted the Cinnabons because they were fresh out of the oven. She said she couldn't put the four of them in the box, even though the Cinnabons are being packed four in a box. At that point, he was just like, he was frustrated. We just left. We left. We left. And like when we left the gas station, we got back on 5 to drive north. We were just like, and you know what was funny? What was funny was when we got back on 5, do you know what was driving right next to us? A short school bus. One of them short school buses. And I started laughing because we see the short school bus and this is what people are saying, like when it comes to like, is something wrong with some people? And she was younger than us. She was maybe like 23, something like that. Young, young. But baby, I don't understand why she didn't understand to put the four freshly baked Cinnabons into a box so he could buy them so we could go. She said she can't put them in a box. Clearly, you could put them in a box because the rest of them that were baked that day was put four into a box. Like we were confusion. We were just like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just go. No, they weren't minis. They were the regular Cinnabon. So this is what we say, like when we're talking about how we feel like the planet may be doomed or something like that, mankind may be doomed, because if the rest of the people are like her and don't understand to just put the four Cinnabons in a box, charge whatever you have to charge, but just put the four of them in the box like the rest of them are four in the box, we're doomed as a species. We're doomed. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Make it makes listen, he was mad. He was mad. He was frustrated. He was just like, it's so frustrating because he was just like, I don't know, like if she lacks common sense, if she lacks like I don't know. And like by this time, because he's telling her what to do, the other guy who works there came over and was telling her what to do. By this time, like a crowd is starting to, come around Cinnabon because other people want to buy Cinnabon. She can't put the four that just came out of the oven into a box because the box is made for four. So he was just like, you know what, let's just go. listen, Mr. Hoodoo is straightforward. He's logical. He thinks. He solves problems. She needed a physics or astrophysics degree to understand. Put the four that just came out of the oven in the boxes made for four Cinnabons. So sadly, he didn't get Cinnabon. But if you ever drive on the pass, I think it's 152 that goes east and west before you get back to 101. There's Casa de Fruta that has like pies and stuff like that. He got an apple pie from Casa de Fruta, and that was just the end. But this is what I, I told that story to say, where is the logic? Where is the thinking? You said you're telling your story that all these things happen, but as the relationship progressed, there's cheating and lying, but you stayed for the spoiling. Maybe she stayed for the spoiling and for the jokes, and then the early intimacy. I don't know. I don't know, but baby, maybe in 20 years or so, I'll be able to afford, a rocket, a seat on the rocket plane to go to Mars or wherever we're gonna colonize in space. Because baby, here on this planet is not it anymore. Here on this planet is not in anymore. Okay, it's just not. There's so much stupid shit going on that I just can't take it. I just can't take it. I just can't take it. Um, listen, listen, and I don't know where she's gonna take him home to. It was like 4 o'clock, unless she was about to get off. It was barely 4 o'clock because no, maybe closer to five because we really got home like an hour after that. If you've ever been on five, driving on five in California, okay, and you're like it's past Bakerfield, but like you'll know it's the little easy gas station slash rest stop that's up on the hill. They have a Cinnabon in there and a Subway. So since we travel on five often, we'll stop there and get the Cinnabon. But baby, it wasn't. I don't know. The wheels weren't turning. I don't know if she needed a wind up. I don't know if she needed a battery, but it was just too much. It was too much, and we were just confusion. So if this is the case, if this is what's looking, what we're looking forward to as a species with some of these people, get me off this planet. They were not minis. You said she was special, beyond slow. Yeah. Listen, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But listening to old girl right here reminds me of that story from Saturday. Hey Mel, how you doing? Not she got not ISIS with the bus. Yeah. 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 So Sleepy B says I'm mad for Mr. Hoodoo. Listen, he was so frustrated. He was just like, why didn't she understand? Like I'm like, baby, I don't know why she didn't understand and just put the four fresh ones in the box. Just charge whatever for them and just put them in the box. But no, she couldn't do that. So listen, listen. Isis said she's hollering. Listen, it was that was a lot. That was a lot. Um, that was a lot. That was a lot. Like I said, people starting to gather around because again, Mr. Hoodoo is 6'5". Okay, he was dressed in all black. He had on his black sweatpants. Y'all know how the men just be wearing their sweatpants, comfortable. His black t-shirt, you know, he and his, Air Force Ones or whatever. Clearly he's the tallest person in there. Like he looks perilous, right? So like I said, people are starting to gather around. I'm standing in the aisle. I'm just like, do I want a Rice Krispie treat or do I want to go? Like this, it was stress just from her not understanding that. I was just like, you know what? Just let's just go. Let's just go. Yeah, yeah. He was waiting for them. They just were coming out the oven too with the nuts on them, little pecans on top. You see the fresh baked goods. They were fresh. They were just prepared. He wanted them. Baby, it ain't happened that day. It ain't happened that day. He had to get the day old pie from Casa de Fruta. The apple pie is still in the fridge. But yeah, that was stressful. So let's continue with this because I'm already hearing these red flags. So this is why we were reviewing this together. Let's continue. Listen to old girl.
The kids just, kind of on his own, a rough background. it started being a problem. He started lying and started trying to cheat and stuff like that, and then getting caught. And back then, me being the younger myself, I had to get even. Like, I would get even. So it just put a strain on our relationship and made it worse. And he was older than me. He was like 30. I was like maybe 23 at the time, if not younger. But
So this man preyed on you. He's disgusting. So she probably was like 21, 22. This man 30. So he's dust. So dust has entered the video. Okay. And then she out here, she had to get even. Not leave, not in the relationship, because all these terrible things are happening. I'm not saying, if this was abuse, it's not sounding like it's abuse. We understand that people can be, victims of abuse all the time, and there is, psychology that goes along with this. But that's not what this is. This is not what this is sounding like. So he preyed on her, and she was okay. Let's continue.
I would play get back and stuff like that, and I would break up and it'll be over. And the more he's seeing, like, dang, I'm losing this girl, I just started seeing him like his money wasn't the same no more. He just went to, I think once his money got hit, that's when he really started changing. I think he felt like he was losing me at the same time. It was making him go even, more crazy, which I had felt like at this point, I'm like, I keep trying with you, and then you out here got the nerve to be trying to cheat on me. And, it just wasn't no work. And once I seen he was like lying about stuff, I just didn't care for him no more. So I kind of felt the relationship ending. By this time, we're living together. We've been together for probably like 2 years now. And somehow
2 years. I'm going to reserve my commentary. We're only 3 minutes in. Let's continue.
I come up pregnant. Now, this was one thing I tried to always make sure that this doesn't happen, because I didn't want any kids with him. I had already kind of made up my mind that I wasn't going to be with him forever. Like, this is going to end as soon as, but I end up pregnant, and I'm like, dang, like, how, when? And I know I would have arguments with him because, like, I feel like he want to try to catch me like I'm young, so I'm still hanging out, I'm still going to the clubs. He tried to catch me on like a turn night, a drunk night. And, so I'm like, dang, that's must when it happened. And I know we would get in arguments about it. So I didn't know what was wrong with me at first. I go to the hospital, and the people tell me I'm pregnant. I just broke down crying. Like, you would have thought the people death sentence. Like, I was just like hysterical. And then he was like, oh, I know you're trying to do certain things with your life. You don't have to keep the baby. I see you don't want to have the baby and stuff like that. And I'm like, like this me. Like, dang, I got caught up. And I don't know how, like, how I didn't realize I was missing my periods. I didn't When I found out, I was at least like 3 months gone, 3 or 4 months. And so it just sent me like in a depression. I felt like I was always sick, always sick. So then I gave him another chance. He still was out here trying to cheat on me, but now I'm pregnant and you trying to cheat and you getting caught. So call ourselves, gonna work it out, gonna keep the baby or whatever. And I don't think he was back living with me, because I hadn't made him leave, because then he hadn't started putting his hands on me and stuff. So we was really going downhill. But he started, like, I just noticed I would be so sick all the time, just feeling miserable, like sick. And then so I started noticing, like, every time he around, I'm feeling like super sick, and I would just always be hungry and wanting sweets. So then I'd be like, dang.
Journey with Corinne. Hey, boo. You just came in. So this video is of a young lady who said that her ex-boyfriend was working magic on her. So this is what we're reviewing today. So you may have to rewind a couple minutes to hear the situation from the beginning. We're 5 minutes in. We haven't even really gotten deep into it, but that's what we're reviewing. Yes, 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 yes. She didn't understand, or maybe she did, I'm not sure, but it is normal, or it's not far-fetched for a pregnant woman to be sick all the time and have cravings. I remember when I was pregnant, baby, I wanted every sandwich with at least 3 cups of vinegar on it. I wanted vinegar so bad. So I was eating sandwiches, I was eating wraps, and I was, just sprinkling red wine vinegar on top because baby, that vinegar was delicious. So, cravings, it happens, pregnancy. So let's continue. Let's continue.
And I feel like I'm about to die. Like this something is happening. Like this is not right. Like this is not normal. I'm at the ending rate that I was with my twin daughters. I'm at now, I done gained a lot of weight. I'm like at the ending rate, the weight of what I was with my twin daughters. So he's still out here. He get caught trying to cheat. I go off on him. I snap on him.
Why does she keep saying he gets caught trying to cheat? You said that you have caught him before. So if you caught him cheating, that's not trying. He successfully cheated. Do you understand why some of us are worried about the future? And the do you understand? Let's continue.
I'm showing out. So he didn't do nothing to me. Like he let me show my ass and da 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 da. Later on that night, we in the house. I guess he like, oh, we in the house now. I'm finna. So when I say he pushed me like a barely like a barely a push into the wall, and my arm, my shoulder just felt like it shattered. Like it felt like it shattered. Like my shoulder, it won't ever look the same. Like you see this knot sticking out of it right here. If I hit that, if I hit this right now today, it hurts. But it was all type of stuff going on and taking place, and I couldn't figure out what was happening at first, but it felt like my arm shattered. And then so I didn't want him to touch me. I was like, oh, get away from me, get away from me. I was like, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. Like I instantly knew, like I ain't ever felt this pain before. So he was like, no, no, I don't want to get in trouble. So he was trying to help me get my shirt off. And I was like, no, I don't want you to touch me. Don't touch me. But I was in so much pain, I had to let him help me. And it was like, dang, like you barely push me. Like, why am I, so I wasn't even thinking like it's broke, but I'm like something is something. So I go to the hospital. I get there. They say, "Oh, are you pregnant?" I let them know, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." So they acting all, scared, like they don't want to run certain tests. They don't want to do the X-ray because they don't want to. I'm like, "Look, give me something, please. Give me something. I'm in so much pain. Give me something." So they were like, they can't give me nothing. I'm pregnant. And then they told me they didn't see anything wrong with my arm. I'm like, it's something wrong with my arm. My arm is broken. I'm trying to tell them. So it was like, there's nothing they can give me. There's nothing they can do for me. So then we had to walk from the hospital. I called my cousin to give me a ride, but I just remember walking down the road just crying. It's at nighttime too. I'm just crying like, dang, I'm already miserable and pregnant. And then now my arm. Okay, so now before my arm got broke, like a week or two before that, he punched, the old TVs with the hard screen in the front, like that big hard glass. He punched my TV. We got in an argument, and he cocked back and punched that TV so hard. And he punched it so hard, I thought that bit was gonna shatter. I thought it was gonna shatter. The TV ain't budged. They like to broke his ass. So me and my friend, me and my best friend, my homeboy, we laughing about it, we joking about it. We like, he hit the TV 30. So he went to the hospital. When he went to the hospital, they told him,
Um, I'm not here for abuse of any kind. And she was definitely in a dangerous physical situation. Why is your homeboy, that man don't care about you either? Because if you are pregnant and your homeboy is there and dude is acting up, homeboy ain't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say anything. He didn't speak up for you. He didn't, you know, get dude to calm down. He didn't do any of that. Baby, that's not your friend. He's not your friend. He is not her friend. He does not care about you. You are someone that he hangs out with. There's no way. Your friend, I had friends in high school who wouldn't let some dude say something to me. Guy friends in high school who would work some of my other classmates if they said or anything. Like I was protected in high school. My guy friends, I was protected in high school. And they didn't let none of their little dusty friends try and talk to me either. Because they knew they were dusty. So like that man is not your friend. Let's continue. This is giving me a headache already. Let's continue.
all his knuckles was broken. But the whole time when he came from the hospital, he ain't ever act like he was in no pain. I ain't ever see him take no pain medicine. I ain't ever see him like act. He would just hold it like this, like walk around and hold it like this. They told me it was nothing wrong with my arm. It was nothing I could do. So I just went and feeling miserable. Then it's like my pregnancy just got worse. He would be trying to feed me like a food plate of Haitian food that just looked like gunk and grass and just mixed up and stirred up. And I told him, I was like, I can't eat that. Like, I'm like, where you get that from? He was like, oh, mommy cooked this up for me. Mommy made this up for you. So I'm like, I ain't even try to eat it. Never touched the plate. So then, like a few days later, he tried to get me to drink like some green, it looked like weeds or roots, like grass roots, in a green in a jar. It
So so okay. So we do know that you and me and us together collectively, we do know that some people do, like some healthy foods are just like herbs and grasses and stuff mixed up in a jar. Like wheatgrass and stuff like that is literally just stuff just like blended up. And it's green because it's a plant. Um she didn't want to eat the Haitian food because it didn't look palatable to her. Okay, I get it. Because you know, I don't care for some foods from certain cultures and countries. Like I can't get down with Jamaican ackee. It looks like little squid babies. It looked like little squid eggs and it doesn't taste good. So I completely get that. Um I'm still not seeing or hearing through the storytelling where the juju is. But yeah, so like I can go blend up some celery and stuff now. It's stringy. It's gonna be green. It's gonna be green, and you may need some. She may have needed some nutrients. I'm not saying he's the best person, but maybe he was trying to give us some nutrients because baby, just because it's grass and blended up in a jar doesn't mean that it's juju. So okay, let's continue on. Listen, the Aki looked like them little octopi squid egg babies that it just look like little capsules. Listen, it's like translucent. Like, that's not for me. Which is fine. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Uh, but but let's continue. Don't laugh, Empress. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay, you said that the mom fixed up the food. That's who put the whammy tam in the food. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. But we're gonna get down to the bottom of this. We're gonna get down to the bottom of this. And its cat is laughing. Don't be laughing, girl. Don't be laughing. But let's continue. I'm still trying to figure it out.
The water looking stuff was green, and I was like, I can't drink that, I'm pregnant. Everything he would try to get me to eat, I brushed off. And then I started noticing that when he's not around me, like once we done got into it and I tell him to go home, I would be feeling better. Like I would be able to move around and keep my house up and tend to myself.
Baby, that's because y'all been fighting. You can't stay up in the same place where people been fighting. Y'all been fighting, y'all been arguing. That energy is not good. Of course, when he leaves, you feel better. Let's continue.
But then when he would come around, I would just be so sick. Like I was feeling like, dang, it got to the point I was like, dang, either this baby not gonna make it or I'm not gonna make it. But one of us not gonna, both of us not gonna make it. And then so sure enough, I told him, I was like, I want to get an abortion. I don't want to keep this baby. Like, I can't do it. I don't want to be a single, another baby mama again. Like, I don't want to be another baby mama. I don't want to keep this baby. He didn't have no kids, I already had twins. So it was just like, and I know I don't want to be with you. I don't even know how we got here.
Journey with Corinne, she's pregnant. So she's been with this gentleman and he's a predator dusty. Um, he's a predator dusty. They've been together. They argue, they fight. There's physical abuse. She becomes pregnant by him and she is aligning her pregnancy sickness to magic being worked on her. That's as far as we've gotten so far. So, because again, some women are very, very sick when they are pregnant, some are not. Um, it's different for every woman, right? So, but this is where we are, Journey with Corinne.
They're in the relationship, so over at this point. So he was like, well, okay, you seem like you made up your mind. I'm gonna give you, go half with you on the money for the abortion or whatever. So I'm like, okay. Now he hadn't gave me the money before, but I switched out. I didn't want to do it. I just didn't really want to be with him and be stuck with him because I already knew like you gonna take me through hell. You already taking me through hell. So you really gonna give me the business if I had your baby. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and get the abortion. He gave me the money. When I went to the abortion clinic, I found out I was farther along more than what I was. So my head was really messed up. And I cried like a baby. I cried like a baby. Now, it ain't no telling how long he was really doing this because before the pregnancy or any of that ever came about, I hadn't already started experiencing weird stuff. And then he would be stalking me too. Like he started acting weird, not dressing like he used to, not wearing no shoes, underwear, just stalking my house, like stalking, like listening through my windows, jumping through my windows while I'm at home. Like I just was like creeped out at this point. But I would see stuff like when we was together, I started seeing stuff, but I wasn't no smoker. I started smoking weed and stuff with him. So I would be seeing stuff, laughing and joking, thinking that I'm high. I'm high. I'm thinking everybody sees this type of stuff. So I told him about it one day. I'm in the room and then I would get high and I just want to lay down or I'd be overly like, thinking everything funny. I want to snatch out my hair, everything when I'm high. So I'm telling him about like what I've seen and how I'm seeing like monsters and aliens and different stuff like that.
Sexy RN, she said she was with him for like a couple of years. So she was with him for a couple of years, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's continue. Let's continue.
And I'm laughing about it because I'm like, I'm tripping. Like, this is what people be seeing when they high. Like, I ain't scared at all because I wasn't raised in the church. I wasn't raised, the Bible was just a book. And us going to church, when I did go to church, it was to a funeral or it was with my grandma who would go every Sunday. But that's when she decided to take all of her grandbabies. But other than that, I hadn't ever went to church. I would be seeing all type of stuff, smelling stuff, like just different stuff that I didn't think nothing of it. And I had stairs in my house. I was in a 2-story house. So my stairs was right up by my bathroom door. When you walk up the stairs, it's like going right into the bathroom. And I would always hear like
Oh
somebody
my goodness.
walking up
Hold
the
on,
stairs,
everyone.
but it
Hold on.
always sounded like it was coming from my neighbor's house because they stairs.
All right, I'm back. I don't know what they're doing, but let's get through this. She does have a part two. But yeah, let's get through this. Okay, before we move on, let me see what's going on here in the comments. Sexy RN says it always amazes me that people don't want children, but don't do what it takes to not create them. I agree. Donna Dash says, well, that's Sexual Mars. Hey, girl. Donna said, monsters and aliens, girl, don't piss me off. It's it's one cat says, is she sure? I was thinking that too. Like I was wondering, like, is this, the botanical or was it the botanical mixed with something else? I don't know. Was that some illegal dust? Was that some type of, you know, meth? Like I don't know. But monsters and aliens, that doesn't sound like regular green botanical to me. It doesn't sound like that to me. So I'm just like, is that some PCP or some other type of illegal pharmaceutical? So I'm with you on that. Okay. We gonna see. We gonna see. Yeah.
Well is right next to mine. And when I say it sounds like somebody walking up the stairs just as clear as day, you just don't see nobody there. But I can hear them walking on the stairs. And the only thing that let me know is it wasn't my mind is one day I heard the difference of how it sound when my neighbors actually walking up their stairs. And it was a big difference. And so boom, now I'm pregnant. So my mom, I'm telling her about the different things that I'm experiencing. My mom told me one day, okay, put salt around your house. Now he hadn't already been, stalking, but once my mom told me to put salt around my house, I did it. And for some reason, he could not come near my house. He could not come near my house. He would have to stand. He started standing out by the side of the road. Like I watched him stand in front of my garbage can, just stand there, just looking with his.
Okay, so I pausing right here. I have a question. I have a question. So her mother is I have questions. I have questions. And when I say these things, I am not trying to make fun of anyone or anything like that. So you are in conversation with your mother. Now, we don't know if she has told her mother about the abuse or anything like that. We don't know. My thing is if her mother is a worker or if her mother knows about these things, where is your spiritual protection for your child? Where is the spiritual protection for your child? Because the mom knows something, right? She's talking about the salt. We all know salt is a cleanser, it's a protector. Your mother, and I'm not saying I don't know what her mother has done, I don't know what her mother has not done. But y'all know, I'd be like, do your 4 for 4 every month. Okay, do your cleansing, do your protection, do your money work, do your road opening, stuff like that, so the good things can come to you. If your mother knows this, is she or is she not doing any type of protection work for you, her daughter? Because, baby, if I had children, you better believe the levels of the protection I would have. Um, and so I have questions. I definitely have questions. So in the story, she put salt around her house. The man is not coming in anymore. Exactly. Sasha Mara said exactly. The little I know, I keep my children and my husband protected. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, right? My family, the people I'm close to, I'm doing all these things. So if you're, baby, that wasn't supposed to happen in the first place. I mean, listen, that's what she might have told her mother, but if her mother knows, if her mother is spiritually aware, doing the protection work, if her mother know what's up with the juju, with the magic, with the spirituality, where is the protection work? She shouldn't even be dealing with this dude because that protection, oh baby, is going to protect. And then her mother telling her, I mean, we're not later on in the story, but if it was me and mine, oh baby, did your mom rain hellfire on him? Because if she ain't raining hellfire on him, I have questions for her. I told y'all the one time, my younger sister, she's in her 30s. My younger sister, she wouldn't tell me, but my mom told me that some guy that she was dating, oh, he was trying to hit on her. I was like, what? She was like, yeah. She's like, don't say nothing to her. I was like, okay, I won't say nothing. I don't know where that man went. But once I heard that this man was trying to hit on my sister, oh, I made that ass disappear. I don't know where he went. I ain't heard from him. My mom ain't heard nothing about him ever again. I don't know where he went, but he ain't around my sister. Pulled a Houdini on that ass. He disappeared. Because what you're not gonna do is that. This is what I'm saying. So her mom didn't make him disappear, get rid of him, rain hellfire on him. I mean, we don't know. We haven't heard the rest of the story. But like I said, me and mine, you do not want to cross this line with me. Because once I don't care, that's gonna be it. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. Whether she believe it or not. Listen, my mom don't know what I do, but I told my mom to send me some of her hair and some of my sister's hair, so I would have some physical DNA of them with me, like not living at home with them, just in case I need something to, work that way with. Let's continue with the story.
His hands like on his hips, like just standing there, like, damn, why can't I? Like he just couldn't figure it out. But he couldn't stand no closer than where the garbage can is by the road. And then he started stalking from like the neighbor's house. Like we would catch him like looking around the walls and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, he on some other junk for real. But I'm still like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Green is day to everything. So it's just all type of, at this point, I done aborted the baby, and I'm still like experiencing like different things, weird things, just bad luck in my relationship, bad things happening around me and my friends. Just a lot of bad things, certain things that I'm still afraid right now to even speak on because it has to do with other people. But I don't know right now today, to this day, why God spared me. I don't know right now today why God spared me. But just different bad things started happening to me. I started having like really wild.
So, hearing her speak, I actually feel sorry for her. I actually feel sorry for her because if you are saying you don't know why God is sparing you, do you not believe that you are not worthy of goodness, of love, of protection, of you don't know why God spared? I mean, do you deserve this? Is this what you feel like? I'm really feeling sorry for her because something is, I don't know what her upbringing was. I don't know, but I really feel like she may just listening to this. Again, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, but did she have a when you say you don't know why God is sparing you, you say that like if you're like a super criminal, super degenerate, super, if you've done all these bad things and you should be getting some type of, you should be getting fucked up, that's for people like that to say. Um I'm really starting to worry and wonder like what's I think there may be deeper things here going on. Again, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a family counselor, but something is this is interesting listening to her speak. It's sad. I'm starting to feel sorry for her just overall. Um let's continue.
Dreams of our dreams of being chased and just constantly being chased, different dreams. But whoever would be chasing me, they could not catch me. It was like I was always a few steps ahead, or just, but I remember being, it always felt like I was trying to get away from my life. Like I knew my life was on the line. And I, I started feeling crazy when I had certain dreams. I would see them come to pass, and I didn't know what was happening to me. I started. It got to the point where I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. The only thing I was able to do was drink milk, and my mom was just like, "Well, just keep drinking milk, keep drinking milk." So I went to the hospital, and I went to the hospital like twice in 1 week. I went to the hospital twice in 1 week just for them to be like, nothing's wrong with you. And my body's just experiencing all type of things. Like, and I was losing weight quick. And then I would notice that when I would be around my girlfriend, I felt like I could not stand her. Like I felt like I couldn't stand her, like a rage. But when I wasn't around her, I felt like I needed her, like I missed her, like I felt like she was the only thing I had. And then she started pushing me away in her sleep until it just got to the point where one night I just sat up, and then I woke her up, and she was like, I told her, I was like, "You're pushing me again." And she was like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yeah, you pushing me in your sleep." And I just sat there and I cried. And I told her, I was like, "I feel like something finna happen to me. I feel like I'm finna." I told her, I said, "I feel like something is finna happen to me. I feel like I'm finna die or something. Like, I don't know what's happening to me." And she said, "You want me to pray for you?" And then I said, "Yeah." And no, she asked me to pray, and I told her I don't know how to pray. And she said, "Well, I pray for you." So she prayed for me, and I asked her what she prayed for. And she said she asked God to give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, some cleansing needs to happen because yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Some cleansing definitely needs to happen. Yeah, she was around other workers and didn't know. She was around other workers and didn't know. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, yeah, I just want y'all to know that Mr. Hoodoo just walked past me with the bag of Cheetos. Where you going with them Cheetos, sir? Mr. Hoodoo just walked past me with the bag of Cheetos. Okay, okay. But yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah, let's listen some more.
what was happening to me. And so I laid down the rest of the night and I slept. And I know this guy always showed me things in twos. 2 days later, it's like I was sitting with my friend at her house and I was just going over with everything with her about what had happened. At this point, everybody in my family, they can tell something going on with me. They think I'm crazy, I'm suicidal. Like I'm even seeing it's something with me, but at the point I can't control it because I'm too far gone in this and nobody is experiencing this but me. My mama ready to have me Baker acted. I'm experiencing all type of smells, just oh my gosh. And then when I really knew it was real is when I seen a guy in my mirror. My girlfriend hadn't already left and took the kids to school. I mean, she went to work. I was at home with the kids in the bathroom, and all of us was in the bathroom, brushing our teeth. I brushed my teeth with all the kids that were in the bathroom. And when I say I looked, just turned back around and looked in the mirror and did like a double take, and I seen a boy standing in the mirror. Like I seen him as clear as day. I still know how this boy looked. I can see him as clear as day in my head right now today. I haven't ever seen him in person before. He looked like he could have been about 18, maybe even 17, 19. And he had dreads. He was kind of light skinned, short, had on a white tee, blue jeans. The main thing, he didn't look scary or nothing, or like a monster or nothing. The main thing that stuck out about this boy was his eyes. His eyes said that I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a damn about me. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. So the main thing that was running through my head is, what do you want? Why are you here? You clearly not human from the way I just seen you. Even though you look normal and nobody's seeing him but me. I did a double take, and just like that, I seen this man and could tell everything about him. So at this point, I'm past being freaked out. I done experienced smells, I done everything. So I'm finally sitting up here going over my friend, going over everything, telling her about it with my friend. One of my friends even smelled the smell one day and she broke down crying. I done had experienced flashing lights, and it's just like my girlfriend was ready to leave me. I was just at a point where I was just drained. And so I'm telling her about it, and it was like a light bulb just went off in my head. It was like ding, ding, ding. And it was like, this man working roots on you. This man working roots on you. And I just went to hysterically crying, telling my friend, like, oh my gosh, like, is what been happening to me? Is this what's been going on with me? So now that I feel like this is what's happening to me, now I gotta figure out, like, what do I do? And to a point, they think I'm crazy. Da, 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 da. I can't even sleep. I can't eat. I've been to the hospital 2 times in 1 week. My skin peeling off my hands. It's like I was deteriorating. And so I go to church. I went to my home church where, my grandparents went, and it was on a Tuesday afternoon. It was already about the sun was getting ready to set. And I knocked on the door, and the first person came to the door. They stepped outside, And she was like, "How can I help you, baby?" And I was like, "I believe somebody working roots on me." And she was like, "You believe somebody working roots on you?" And I said, "Yeah, I believe somebody working roots on you." And she said, "You believe somebody working roots on you?" That one thing, when she said, "You believe somebody working roots on you," that has stuck with me since. Now I know what we believe in goes so far. It is so important based off what we believe in, man. And I don't know everything, but I have come so far. Once I found that out, I went into the church, and they prayed for me. They put me in the circle, and all the women, they was having Bible study. They knew who my grandparents was. It's like they welcomed me with open arms. They prayed for me, and it's like after that day, everything church was having, I was part of it. Sunday school, Bible study, church on Sunday, I was there. I was there. It's like I just went there being hungry for God, eating God up, just I got my Bible real heavy. I would listen to the pastor when he talking, but more than anything, I would read my Bible at home. And that's where I really got to learn about God. But it's one thing to be scared into God than naturally just growing up and being raised to know and love and have a relationship with God. I was scared into God. I ran to God because I was scared of something. And I end up fearing God. I learned the fear of God by being scared of something else, that once I realized this ain't got nothing on God. This ain't got nothing on God. And man, it's so much to this story. Like, I know I can't even get it all out right now. Like, I don't wish that on anybody. Once God really got me where He wanted me, I just felt like I went through so many different processes of spirituality until I had to just be completely obedient. Like, I stopped cursing. I didn't ever know what it meant when, they would say, "Oh, you got to be reborn again," or "You be reborn again." To be reborn again, I felt like I didn't even know what they was talking about. I'm like, "How you gonna be a baby again? How you gonna be born again?" No, it feels like being just a whole new life. Like, you're no more of what you were in the past. I stopped cursing. It was just things I couldn't even connect to no more. So God really got me where He wanted me. I just felt like I went through so many different processes of spirituality until I had to just be completely obedient. Like, I stopped cursing. I didn't ever know what it meant when, they would say, "Oh, you got to be reborn again," or "You be reborn again." To be reborn again, I felt like I didn't even know what they was talking about. I'm like, "How you gonna be a baby again? How you gonna be born again?" No, it feels like being just a whole new life. Like, you're no more of what you were in the past. I stopped cursing. It was just things I couldn't even connect to no more. And then I'm not knocking nobody, because I'm in a place where people can believe what they want to believe. And I only really have control over what I do with my soul and the choices I make to do with my soul and my life and my morals. So people gonna do what they want to do. You want to live a lifestyle, live it. I'm not here to judge you. I can't judge you. I'm not God. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? God is the only one that can judge us. But as for me, I I won't ever go down that road again. I will not ever date another girl. And one thing I learned by dating girls and just being in that lifestyle and being around enough girls who are lesbian or studs and stuff like that is so much trauma. I feel like if you gay because you were raped and you became traumatized and you know that kind of got put on you. That's another thing I used to know what they were talking about. Oh, it's the spirit, it's the spirit. Yes. Yes. And when I say I have struggled to move that off of me, to the point I don't feel interested in men, to the point where I I had to fight off temptations all the time, and temptations are constantly thrown in my face. It's constantly presented, but I have to be strong and not not walk in my flesh in that way. I have enough ways of walking in my flesh, living fleshly every day. Every day, I got to ask God to forgive me. Every day. I know none of us perfect. None of us perfect. But when in that Bible, when it say it's an abomination, it's an abomination in itself living that lifestyle. It ain't gonna ever be balanced. It ain't gonna ever be even. I don't care how happy their relationship look. I don't care what they got. I don't care. I ain't going for it. I done been in it too long. I done been around it too long. All I see is low self-esteem, mental trauma, and abuse. To me, anybody who want to dress like the opposite sex who has did something traumatizing to them, you need some counseling. You need some counseling. And the worst thing you can do is take that on into somebody else's life. Why do why do gay people want to get with straight people? Why? Why do you want to get, why would you not want to get with somebody who's already like you? Why do you want to turn someone into something that they're not naturally in? Wouldn't you really be worried about, like, dang, what if I turn them out and then they're not really like that and they go back the other way? No, I don't think she was really concerned with it. I think it's like connecting to a healthy host. And I feel like a lot of these stud women, they be fighting that battle. They fighting a battle. When they had their girlfriends, especially the ones who low-key envious and jealous of their girlfriends, and their girlfriends don't even know it, and they wishing they can really, I'm just gonna say, do what you want to do. God got all of us. God got, we all got a choice to make. We all got a position to play. And I feel like we all God's children, gay, straight, purple, yellow, you know, nobody, everybody, but we God's children. He created us and we're part of his creation, but it's a lot of us that are under spiritual attack, spiritual warfare that we do not know how to fight, but we naturally have the God-given tools. And a lot of us don't know how to spiritually fight. And I feel like I had to go through what I feel like God allowed me to go through that to show me that he's real and that he's here. We always got him. And I have not been the same since then. I have not been the same since then. I don't wish that on nobody. Because of that, though, I know who God is. I have a relationship with God, whether I drop down on my knees or whether I read that Bible every day. I know who God is. And then I see so much now, so many things that it's crazy out here. It's like the 3D world ain't got nothing on the spiritual realm.
All right, beloveds. So she has a part two. She has a part two. The part two, you can see it up here at the top. It's 12 minutes. It's 12 minutes. So if y'all want to see the part two, we can look at the part two and then maybe have a little conversation. I'm a little confused as well. yes, her thoughts are very scattered. I mean, but she does say that at the beginning. I'm not exactly sure how we got here either. I am not. Um, yeah, yeah, I definitely think that again, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, but I do think that she may need some healing, some therapy, some, just have conversations because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack energetically. Um, yeah. D-Dub says her title was clickbait. Another thing about her title, she said roots slash voodoo. They're two different things, right? They're not the same spiritual practice. Um, a lot of spiritual practices, incorporate the use of plant life. So if this is the case, then anything can be roots. Um, and part of my this is so you all know that I present information to you all. I try to make you all aware of things as it pertains to spirituality and magic. And one of the things that I have told you is that everything is not the same type of magic. If you say voodoo, you mean voodoo. If someone says witchcraft, they mean witchcraft. If someone says, they're a Native American, elder, a leader from the Lakota, you are talking specifically about the Lakota people. If you say you are a ceremonial magician, that comes with something else. If you say that you work with jinn, we know that's Arabic magic. If you every magic is not one big magic. It's not. It's not. Even amongst the ATRs, Ifa is different from, Santeria. So like I'll be windmilling. Y'all don't know how much I be windmilling every time I see just magic just referred to one big magic. Everything is not voodoo. It, it's like I am okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey fuzzy girl. Hey girl. Yeah, like thanks. Yeah, listen to Fuzzy. Make sure you like this video because we're getting into this. Um Yeah, she said she had it. She said her friend prayed for her that she would have wisdom and knowledge and discernment and things like that. So to her, she said someone was working roots on her. Do y'all want to see her part two? She has a part two. It's 12 minutes long. If y'all want to see the part two, let me know. So we can just click on that and just see the complete ending to this. So we can get on with the rest of our Tuesdays because this is seeing one is laughing. Donna says this is Christian promotional content. Where was the roots? Because to her, the roots were being presented with a jar of green stuff to eat. She could have been she that person, someone might have made her a healthy smoothie with wheatgrass and spinach and kale. It may have been nutrient dense for her to drink while she was pregnant. Just because it's some grass doesn't mean that that's magic. It doesn't that no. 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 Then she said the stuff on the plate, just because it looked weird on the plate, don't mean it is magic. Again, I told y'all I don't eat ackee. Okay? It looks weird. Okay, it looks like a bunch of little baby octopi eggs that looking at me. That's what the ackee look like. I can't eat the ackee. It looks weird and it don't taste good to me. No disrespect to Jamaicans. But baby, I don't eat the ackee. Just because it looked like that don't mean it is some magic. It doesn't mean that. And then I'm confusion because if the mom said to put salt around the house, why are you as a mother not protecting your child? She just out here, she just out here in the wheel. Out here just flailing in the wind. No magic, no protection. You're not, praying for you're not doing anything for your child, but you're telling her to go put the salt around the house. So obviously you know something. You ain't doing no work for your child. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Okay, y'all said okay, we gonna do part two. Fuzzy, Fuzzy, this the young lady in this video, to her, she had magic being worked on her in her mind. To her, that's what she said, because someone gave her a jar with grass in it and it was blended up and it was green. So Fuzzy, if you take spinach and kale and like wheatgrass and like other vegetables and fruits that are green and blend them up in a jar, it's going to be green, right? So she said she was presented with this to drink, and to her it was someone working roots on her. To her it was someone working roots on her. But she was pregnant at the time, but to her it was someone working roots on her. So there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion. Let's go on to part two. Let's go on to part two so we can so let's go ahead to part two. Here's part two here. Let's go. Because the title of the video, Fuzzy, was her my boyfriend was working roots/voodoo on me. That was the title of her video. Because she was with an older degenerate. She was with a man who was a degenerate.
The part two, my boyfriend was working roots on me. So I'm just going to go over some of the things that I was talking about and try to answer them, because this is something that's been on my mind for years. So I think it was really time for me to express and maybe help somebody else who could be going through something like this. Okay, so one of the things that I talked about was my arm being broken. Okay, so when I first went to the hospital, they told me it wasn't anything wrong. They sent me home. They didn't give me anything. I'll say maybe a year later, I moved to Orlando and I went to the hospital. My arm was still like giving me pain. It wasn't severe as before, but it was giving me pain. One day while I'm in the house and I'm cleaning up, like trying to do something with my curtains or whatever, um, I popped my arm. When I was lifting it, I popped it and it hurt so bad. Like I just sat and I just rocked. Like I just rocked for probably about 10 minutes straight. It hurt so bad. So when I finally went to Orlando, I went to the hospital and they was like, hospital in Orlando, they told me, oh, it's ligaments. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's ligaments popped off in your arm. It's several of them popped and just they didn't tell me that my arm was broken, but they did see the knot that I was talking about. I don't really remember everything. It was so long ago and I wasn't in the best place still. So I don't really remember that well, but my arm, it wasn't giving me as much pain as it used to. My hometown said it wasn't nothing wrong with my arm. Orlando said that ligaments was popped off in my arm, tendons, not tendons, but something, it was messed up. And I found out, someone told me that people can do spiritual things where they cause pain to themselves and you will experience it. So it just got my mind to wondering like,
Hold on, 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 hold on. Why would I hurt myself to hurt you? That doesn't even make sense. Y'all help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Please help me out because like I'm fighting the air right now because why would I physically harm myself to hurt you? If I wanted to harm you in the spiritual realm, baby, I'm just going to harm you. I'm not harming myself to harm you. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Who are these people that she is listening to? That doesn't make any sense. Imagine you breaking your leg so you can your own leg so you can break somebody else's leg. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. Throw your delulus in the chat. I'm sorry. Th- I have to. Please put your delulus in the chat if you're a channel member, because this right, this is too much. This is a lot. I would who if like even when you saw like old episodes of like Charmed, the original Charm from like the 90s, if there was some type of spell linking them together, the first thing that they would try to do is to get unlinked. It doesn't make any sense to harm yourself to harm someone else. You would just harm them. Look, let's keep listening and get through this because I can't. I can't. Um Fuzzy, we have been in a state of confusion for the past 40 minutes. We really have. Let's continue. Let's continue.
I remember him walking around when he punched that TV. He went to the hospital. The hand didn't look broken or nothing, but he just walked around like it never gave him any pain. But when my arm was messed up, it didn't look like anything was really wrong with it, but it gave me like severe pain. So it's like that's something that played through my mind too.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. She did not. No, she did not. No, she did not. No, she did not. Okay, so she put up this screenshot of some type of medical website or something. Is it worse to tear a ligament or a tendon? What does this have to do with? No, 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 no. I can't. I'm re- if I was actually talking to this person, I would probably hang up. I would probably hang up. Thank you. Like, okay. So now she got the picture up of the medical advice. Okay, let's keep going. We got 9 minutes. Let's go.
I don't know how true it is to transfer pain or something like that, but I believe it. I believe that's what happened because when he was walking around, he never act the whole time he never act like anything was wrong with his hand.
Okay, so pause that real quick. Can you all see the side right here? I want you to look at the right side with the other videos. This is a video from her from 2 days ago. Baby trapping, baby deletion, root issues. Then she has what was it like being a black girl on sick meds. So and this one about the meds that she calls crazy pills from a year ago. The video that we are currently watching is from 2 years ago. So I wonder if at some point she needed mental a mental evaluation. I'm just guessing from the title here because some of this is a lot. But let's continue. Let's continue. We may have to watch this one about being on the sick meds on my other channel, not tonight, but maybe like tomorrow or something like that. Because baby, this is enough right here with this. But let's continue.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to move on to the next thing. The smells. What the smells smell like. The smells would smell like something dead or like a strong fish smell, like a fish odor. And at first, I didn't know what it was when I first started smelling. I thought it was dead rats in the walls. And when I say it would be loud, like my house would be so loud. When I think about it now, I think about it as if those smells was spirits because I noticed one night I was dancing. I was dancing in the house with my girlfriend and it's like I smell it and I'll move one way and then I won't smell it, then I'll go another way, and then it was like I'll smell it again, like it was dancing with me, it was moving with me. And the smells will only be in like certain spots. like not necessarily the same spots, but it would be the smells would just be in specific spots. So maybe that was a spirit that would be near me. It took a long time before the smells really went away. I've always seemed to be just trying to figure my way out since I've been on this spiritual journey, and I only want advice from certain people or people who I feel like they're really spiritually connected. Whether they're in the church or not, I don't deny whoever God may send my way to give me a piece of knowledge. You know, God uses who He pleases.
Okay, so I have okay. So she said that, she'll talk to whoever God leads her that way. Okay, so I'm a heathen. I'm not Christian. I'm a whole spiritual worker. Would she listen to me? Would she listen to what I have to say? Because remember, she said, God don't want you to do all this and all that and the other, and you know, all of this. But so would she listen to me? It's just a question because this is what she said. Because now she's saying she would listen to anyone that God sends her way. But per the Christian Bible, you're not supposed to deal with or work with other people. Okay, so would she listen to someone who is, you know, gay? Or, because she's saying these things and she's contradicting herself. So again, let's get through it. 10 minutes.
Along the path, and I don't ever know where they're at in their journey. But the smells, how I really got rid of the smells is um I was told to pray when I smell them, to pray them away. And I noticed when I started doing that, I wouldn't, I stopped smelling the smells. Also wanted to talk about what I meant about losing myself and feeling like I was going insane or just going crazy. I was looking crazy. I was coming off crazy. I was like overly emotional, really just so afraid in different ways. I would have panic attacks. And at first, back then, I didn't know what they were, but I would have to like hold on to my seatbelt. If I was in a car, I noticed I would hold on to my seatbelt. Like I just needed to grip something. I needed to something. And imagine like hyperventilating. And I used to hyperventilate really bad. I don't let myself go down that road no more, but I used to hyperventilate really bad. Imagine hyperventilating. Anybody who's ever really hyperventilate, it's not necessarily that you're not in your right mind.
Fuzzy, I love you, Fuzzy. That there's no wall over here, Fuzzy. But Fuzzy, that was that was that was a lot, and that just tickled me. And that wasn't supposed to tickle me like that. But Fuzzy, like I said, we ain't got no wall and nothing over here. But if 504 was here, I'd have her to escort you on over to the wall. Oh God. Okay, let's keep going.
And you just can't calm yourself down. Like I couldn't catch myself. It was real bad when I was younger, but as I got older, I would talk to myself while I'm going through it, telling myself it's okay. It's okay. This time, this is temporary. This moment is going to pass. Breathe. Like I would really have to tell myself that. But imagine hyperventilating and nobody's there to calm you down. I also wanted to talk about the things that changed that I seen a change in me. When it first really went to going down, like I really got into the word. Like with nobody around, like I would just eat, sleep, and breathe my Bible. And I just really wanted to walk like God. I want to be this virtuous woman. But it started making me think a different way too. But as far as like changing and feeling reborn again, I stopped cussing. I used to have two piercings in my lips. I removed the piercings just naturally. A lot of stuff it just fell off me. Like
She removed the two piercings from her lips. She got one right now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Nothing could deter me, but a lot goes into who you surround yourself by, because over time I got sucked back into that same lifestyle and to backslide. To backslide is like, in the Bible it says a dog who goes back to his own vomit. But what it really felt like was, and I remember crying. I had stopped messing around with my girlfriend. I was talking to people who I felt like was very spiritual and connected to God, and they would talk to me. They would be honest with me. So it was God sending those, walking me through it. Like, hey, just hold on. And I
You know what that sound like? That sound like Voldemammy, aka Silverback, aka the Buffalo. That sounds like that person saying that the side chicken was sent to this married man. That's exactly what that sounds like. Let's continue.
I still went back. I couldn't resist, and I cried like a baby. And to backslide is like, it's really one of those moments where like you feel like you hurt God, and where you really just disappointed your parent, and you did wrong, and you ain't no going back and fixing. After I backslid, it's like all the blessings that God had gave me, and I had less than what I have now. This is probably the fourth time, like, and this time it ain't no going back. But I lost everything, things that I know I couldn't have got without God. Everything that was going smooth and even for me was just like detoured and just blocked and ending like nothing after I really backslid. And that clean feeling, that reborn feeling, I have never felt that feeling again. It doesn't matter how much closer I got to God, how many times He forgave me, I have not ever felt that feeling again. I have friends that believe in different things. And this is what I say about religion tried to, it began to mess with me. I had to really know that I know God. And another thing is that it doesn't really talk anything about Christianity in the Bible. You're supposed to just walk like God. Now, if I'm wrong, I know I got some catching up to do and to, go over some things, freshen up my mind. I'm just speaking on my experience. But anything, anything that you're going through, before you do it, let God lead you. Let God lead you. I don't be wanting to tell nobody what to believe in and what
Okay, it's a minute left. We're almost done.
they shouldn't believe in and all this right here. I'm not trying to act righteous or like I'm better than anybody, because I know I'm better than no one. But try God. I promise, try God. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I've had a blessed day today. I went to church today. I cried out to God. I praised Him. I spoke with Him about the things that I needed to speak with Him on, and I congregated. And that's what church was all about for me today: medicine, praise, and worship. Thanks to God, and to give Him that battle that it wasn't ever mine to begin with. Um, I'm gonna go take myself out for a nice meal. And I hope everyone is having a blessed day. If you have anything that you want to tell me about, any stories that you have, leave it down in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Okay, we made it through. We made it through. Listen, that was a lot. That was a lot, but we made it through. Um, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack. And did y'all fall asleep? Because I was, yeah, that was a lot. Positive Queen. You can go stand in the corner too. Yeah, that there's a lot to unpack there. I personally think this is not an educated thought because I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a mental health professional. I believe this baby got some things to work on. I truly do. And I can see that she's fighting. She wants to be better. She wants to do better. She wants to be okay. And baby, I want all of that for you. But I think there's a lot going on. And I don't think any of this is spiritual warfare. I don't. Not to the extent that she thinks it is. I think that there is some energy hanging around, maybe with some actions from her past, because sometimes we can do degenerate shit and bring just, negativity to us. I think she needs a spiritual cleanse. I think she needs to talk to someone, a therapist, a counselor, a mental health professional. And I think that she just needs a plain, safe, boring, happy but safe life. Like that's truly what I feel like she needs. Again, she's not my friend. I don't, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Nita upset. I'm upset that we gave her 30 minutes of watch time. Listen, that was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, I need to go. I that was a lot. And we still didn't really hear, you know, what was it? Was it the boyfriend? She just claimed this was some voodoo and some roots working on her. I didn't experience what she experienced. I am not invalidating what she went through at all. But me as a spiritual practitioner, I don't see no roots. I don't see no roots. I don't see no magic. I see a spiritual cleanse and start your life, and you just need blessings and any type of professional help that you need. But I don't see no roots. I don't see it. Um, I don't see it. There was a lot going on from abuse, predatory actions. There was a lot going on in all of this. But yeah, so don't laugh seeing one. Seeing one be laughing. I'll be dead serious. But yeah, so wow, yeah, that was a lot. So I'm gonna let you all go. I'm gonna let you all go, and I'm gonna see you all tomorrow or later on this week because yeah, this was a lot. So I'm gonna let you all go. You all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. I'm about to go take the Cheetos from Mr. Hoodoo, and we're gonna get this dinner going. So I love you all. Thank you all so much for being here with me, for experiencing this with me. Because baby, this was something to experience right here. And I'm gonna see y'all around. Yeah, yeah. I got some clients and some client work to do this week. And then Mr. Hoodoo is traveling on Friday. So if you are a Patreon patron, you know what's up. But channel members, we are going to start our we're going to start watching the originals vampire series from CW that we talked about this past Friday. And we're going to watch the movie Tarot that came out in the movie theaters last month. So we're going to start our movie watching for Patreon patrons and channel members this Friday and this Saturday. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Um, yeah, I'll be back. So I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. Go light you some sage or something if you need it. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, you about to eat some tacos? Yeah, we're having burgers tonight. But yeah, so we're gonna be watching the originals. We gonna start it up. So again, I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday, and I'm gonna see y'all around these YouTube and Patreon streets.